And back to what's bothering me more than anything is my very beloved game that I really do play since the very start of early access phase, which is Showdown. A game that I love way more than any other game over the past couple of years since I stopped attending in esports, as both as a player first and then as a caster and commentator for Counter-Strike Global Offensive mostly. Then I fucking found a new love in Rainbow Six Siege, but got way too triggered off being the forever lonely player without a team. The fucking community tends to be fucking toxic, and there's no fun for a dude like me that only has like one and occasionally max 2 days out of in 1 week to fucking play in the evening. So there's very fucking limited playing time, video game playing time for me. So I do wanna have the most enjoyable time possible, but I still do love competitive shooters. So yeah, but way back then I did love story games and stuff. Totally did love. That changed for the course of the last couple of years, and yeah, whenever Hunt came out, initially I did love the fucking environment they created, the fucking gameplay mechanics they used, because they were just a tiny tad enough different to other shooters that are out there, and even though they did attend kinda like a battle royale mode, they are still different enough to have a fucking unique selling point, and that got me right in the fields from the get-go. And even though they had a fucking worse start than you could imagine when they fucking released the early access phase, a game that almost wasn't playable at all. That was the basic reason why even though I bought it first day, I didn't touch it for at least half a year, since I figured they patched enough in to fucking let me have enough fun with the rare time I got. And yeah, so I got a huge passion for that very game. I'm a follower ever since. I not only did fucking buy the game, of course, I bought a little glimpse here and there out of DLC and skins and in-game money and all the gun stuff. Not because I think, to be honest, that the stuff they've put in for money is worth it. Except the Greifenberg skin, the Griffin, to support my fellow friend Greifenberg. Yeah, to be honest, it just put money in to fucking support them. Cause, yeah, I rarely have games like that where I spent already like 500 hours and still feel like I'm only at the beginning of figuring out things within the game, within the mechanics, figuring out proper tactics and stuff. And that's what I do love most. That's what I'm known for, kinda. I still got a bunch of friends that occasionally they hit me up, like at least every fucking 1 or 2 months. Come back to Rainbow Six Siege. You weren't the greatest player, of course, but you were a fucking great teammate to have around. Proper calls, always being calm, always teaching, educating people, trying to be a good IGL, and yeah, that's kind of what I am as a player, as a video game lover. I do love competitiveness in games. In shooters especially, because shooter mechanics are, yeah, run through my blood, even though I'm fucking slow as aimer from time to time. But I hope you kinda get my point that I want to make. I do want to fucking describe to you out there why I do love Hunt Showdown that much. I do love so much things about it that it fucking hurts me at the moment where the devs are going with the game. And most of you might think, what is he even talking about? Because the changes they made aren't that huge, and yeah, but the thing is, for quite a while I figured out they trying to, for good reason though, trying to put the game a little bit more out there. A little bit more affordable to new players to fucking go in and have early success to keep them motivated playing the game and buying the game and spreading awareness about the game. Yeah, sorry for the monologue, by the way. No, maybe there's no one here anymore, but I do want to get that out somehow. Yeah, and that's a worrying sign for me, because that's not the way I want that game to go, because there's gonna be a breaking point sooner than later, I fear, where I'm about to say, well, I get why they do this, because they want to fucking have a job and do want this game to be a success, even though it is totally not a fucking game to please the masses at all. There's no point. The gameplay mechanics, the environment they created, and a whole bunch of more shit they are doing just so fucking beautifully, in my opinion, is exactly why it's not pleasing the masses, and it won't change by putting in tweaking gameplay mechanics to fucking make it easier and more enjoyable for players that aren't that good, or that just 10 hours into the game they really want to try to have more fun by giving them more chances to fucking win shit out of RNG, out of tools they give them, out of tweaking the prices for guns and stuff. And yeah, well, I don't have a problem at all if they would make it harder for veterans like maybe I am, but instead of that they're putting gameplay mechanics in that are fucking unreasonable. Same thing for the camping problem the game has. At least that's what whiny gamers out there tell them, it seems. That's what they told us in the dev streams prior. Which I don't get. Because I rarely ever fucking have problems with campers in this game at all. Because I am trying to, especially with my friend Jesper, when we play together in a dual bounty hunter mission, we always try to work harder, get better, to outplay every chances a camper might have. And most of the fucking times, like 90% at least, and that's not a lie, that's honesty. That's honestly what I'm sure is happening most of the times. We fucking, yeah, how do I say it? We fucking beat them. Plain simple. We don't have problems with campers at all. Well, I don't know, maybe 1 out of 12 to 15 rounds there's some situation where you might think, well, this happened because someone was camping. We lost because someone was camping, but that thought process there is the whole damn problem. That thought process. And the devs are giving in to them by saying, yeah, alright, we're here, yeah, we want to make it easier for you. That's the fucking worst process to do and to support. If they are whiny about a situation like that, then they really need to figure out how to get around that. What we do is we constantly try to push each other, and we often enough have discussions, frequent discussions after an end of a round. Either way we lose it or we win it, to fucking get our minds clean and think through everything that happened and try to be aware of situations like that to learn something out of that. To be fucking up ahead next time we find ourselves in a situation like that. But unfortunately, that seems to be an infection that's fucking infected the masses out there, because people don't want to grind anymore. People don't want to spend that time, and that's coming from a dude that doesn't have that much time, you know. But I still fucking grind the shit out because I'm a competitive person and I do want to have a fucking best experience there is by fucking getting better instead of being whiny. And yeah, let's get a little bit into detail why we're at it. I'm sorry, this is a long monologue in English, so sorry for every German viewer and especially sorry for everybody that doesn't care. Totally fine, but I want to get this out there, especially after what happened just now. Yeah. That anti-camping mechanic they put in there. By the way, they initially put an anti-camping mechanic hell a lot of months before that, I guess. The mechanic that affected the clues, that when you were close to a clue within a compound, and another team was close enough within a range of, I don't know, the clue would both be enlightened in red instead of blue to warn you if you have a clear sight on the clue, and there was a sound cue that was constantly playing, keeping you in touch, keeping you fucking on adrenaline, keeping you well known that there's somebody around. That's totally fine, because you first of you would have, yeah, how should I describe it? First off, you would get the, oh my lord, that's yeah. Now I'm in a place because English is not my main language. I'm fucking grasping at this shit. What I'm trying to say is, that's a mechanic I was initially wasn't too happy about at first, but I clearly got why it was there, and I figured out very quickly as well that it wasn't a problem at all, because you would still have to get into the compound kind of close to the clue, and yeah, and it wasn't at a pinpoint of the mission like now around the boss lair, you know. That was all cool, fun and dandy for me. Now with the gameplay mechanic they put on in, with the sound mechanic, the anti-camping fucking mechanic, where you get sound hints from way afar before even entering a compound. There's the boss, there's enemies around. Is it killed already? Is it not killed? They were all things you fucking would have to fucking just figure out yourself. Just prepare and play prepared, you know? Whatever compound you fucking engage, you should be aware of things going wrong, of dudes fucking sitting around. And with that awareness in mind, by playing like that, and that doesn't mean to fucking play passive at all. Most of the time we go fucking aggressive, but we play with a proper mindset, properly talking together, putting up strats here and there, you know? And that's what gets us victories. And that's what gets us ahead of situations. Instead of fucking whining around. And now, first off, I think by putting that fucking mechanic on to the live server, you fucking, yeah, tell people, you fucking educate people to care less than ever. Cause first off, whenever you get 2 clues out of a bounty area already, so you are in search of one last bounty or the boss lair, why would you even fucking care going into a compound? Cause you fucking slide by even before the outside fences of a compound, and get the fucking hint or don't get it at all. But by that mechanic, you educate people to care less than ever. You don't have to go in fucking figure your way through. Be aware. Be focused. No. Just fucking slip by whenever you hear a thing. Oh, alright, we stick here because here's the boss. And here's proper enemies around already. I don't have to figure out. And many of them compounds aren't that diverse on both maps, to be honest. So there are a hell of a bunch of compounds on both maps where when you gain some experience, you know where they're sitting. You know that. Of course, you would know that as well without having this anti-camp sound mechanic, but it gets way more easier than ever. And that's just done. Plain and simple. In my personal opinion, of course, it is. And I had multiple situations already where we had a proper PvP fight just right outside of a compound where the boss lair was, and the constant sound cue fucking affected us totally. Cause once we were pushing enemies into bushes or killed one of them, we couldn't hear steps or crouching or anything. Because it... Here's the boss lair. Here it is. We want to make it easy for you so you are less whiny. And that's what gets us killed. Not only that, because we could be aware more and could play better. That's true. But that had a little effect to situations like that. And that's annoying. Having 4 consumables and tools is another thing. It's a tiny tad. It's not something to get fucking angry about. Totally not. It's more that I'm fucking unhappy with the fact that they are fucking changing the meter a little tiny tad just to please them dudes. Please, if you aren't good enough to push people out of a building, you should have more explosive. We don't want you to quit this game, and we don't want to tell you to get better, cause we're kind of desperate to fucking have a success in this game. Please, here you have it, take it. And by finding tools all around, in case you don't have enough consumables and tools, here you have a bunch of more, so you can... Mostly they are attacking tools, they said in the dev stream, I guess. It's the mindset behind it, and the sad story that is modern day gaming industry that gets me tilted. And yeah, for the first time in over 500 hours of playing Hunt, I'm at least thinking a little bit about at least playing it less than I was playing it for the last 1.5 years. And that is a thing that is highly alerting. Cause, again, I already told you that I got no time to play multiple games, which means whenever I start to play this game less, I will care less, cause I will pretty fast get to the point where I'm thinking about, well, I can't grind this properly anymore to be at the high standard I'm setting myself within the game. Like the 2.5 KD I want to have, and all a bunch of things, because I want to be good at what I'm doing. And yeah, that hurts, plain and simple. That shit hurts. And yeah, maybe maybe you think I'm way off, because these changes again aren't that big of a deal, and it's my totally personal opinion and totally personal struggle. That's totally fucking sure. Yeah, but I put on this live stream again, not to fucking have success with it. I tried that before. And with my schedule in life, it isn't doable, and that's totally fine. But it was my friend Jesper that I got to know through the game by playing with fucking randoms for hella long, which I'm fucking glad about. I'm fortunate to have him. He constantly pushed me over the half year to fucking put that stream on again. Come on, we have to kind of have a way to archive what we're experiencing, the hella fun we have with the game, which is a fact. Probably never that much fun with a game before. Yeah. But I'm now at a point I'm at least thinking about fucking playing it less, which would mean if there's no turnaround, surely soon I will fucking stop playing that game. Like early next year or something. And maybe get back to a grind where I'm able to be sure that the base that is there is a positive base where I can build upon with a small schedule I have. And that probably maybe will be Rainbow Six Siege again. Because as I said before, I have a bunch of dudes that are constantly still pushing me. That I was such a great teammate and all that kind of stuff that I fucking told you about already. Yeah. But still my heart is still pumping for Hunt only. My gamer heart at least. Oh. Hope I don't sound too whiny, but yeah. Fucking unhappy with the situation at the moment, and losing rounds to fucking, yeah, burn insta burn dudes, and to fucking still having, to be honest, kind of bad servers, because there's so much times where Jesper calls out when I'm dying and I'm observing him, and he calls out, he's shot before he got killed, and I don't even see or hear the shot, which of course can be a total observer problem, but still has to be a problem because many of them times he doesn't get the kill he should get. And with all these small problems that the game still has, like sometimes I can one-shot dudes from 15 to 80 meters with a shotgun shot, single one. And sometimes I fully fucking blast 2 fucking shotgun shells within a range of less than 10 meters and then they'll die. Constantly small things with my tiny schedule. But I'm just fucking sad. Yeah, well, Khajiit, I really hope so, but at the same time, I do know that they have to fucking please the masses more to fucking sell the game a whole lot more to fucking make sure they still have their jobs in 2 to 3 years, you know? And I totally understand that they do really fucking love what they do. They are passionate like almost no other around, you know? Well, it's a struggle. It's a struggle where I don't have a clear answer to. Yeah. Just a fear of fucking losing my most favorite game. A tiny tap. Yeah. It's kinda like that.